Hi everyone, welcome to the CMAT Slot 2 solutions for QA and DI, and we'll be starting with the first set of DI. In both the slots, that is slot 1 and slot 2, there was one set of DI with 3 questions each. So the first set over here is a very straightforward one. We have a pie chart with 6 stores A to F, and where the different percentage of kurtis which are sold has been told to us. And the kurtis are of 2 types, linen and cotton. So there are linen kurtis and cotton kurtis. So just for example, suppose there were total 100 kurtis sold or whatever number. So A has sold 16% kurtis, out of which 7 by 12 would be linen and 5 by 12 would be cotton. And total number of kurtis are given as 84,000 across all the stores. So that's the data we have. We will decide how to solve the question, what to solve in it. You should not blindly just start solving. You should decide what to solve only after you read the questions. So if we read the question, what is the first question? What is the respective ratio between the number of kurtis, that is linen and cotton, sold by store C and the number of kurtis sold by F? Now, we want a ratio. Remember, the final answer required for the first question is a ratio. There is no real value required, which means 84,000 becomes useless. I can do this question with 100 in mind, right? No need to do with 84,000. Second question, number of kurtis, linen and cotton sold by store D is what percentage more than the number of linen kurtis sold by store B? Okay, again, final answer is a percentage, which is as good as a ratio only. From the ratio only, I'll find percentage. So for the second question also, I don't need 84,000. But for the third question, where they've asked some real value, what is the difference between the average number of linen kurtis sold by store D and E together and the average number of cotton kurtis sold by the same 2 stores together? So difference between linen and cotton kurtis sold by 2 stores, and here there is a real number, so obviously I will require 84,000 to solve this. So let's solve each question individually. Anyway, there is no connection directly with the question. So for the first question, what do I have? What do I want to find? What is the respective ratio between kurtis, linen and cotton sold by store C? C is over here 8%. So suppose I've assumed total number of kurtis as 100. Suppose I'm saying total number of kurtis are 100, which means C is selling only 8 kurtis totally, both of them, that is linen and cotton together. And now store F only linen kurtis. Store F is selling 14 kurtis totally, but out of that, how much is linen? It is 7:3. That means linen will be 7 by 10. So I will get 7 by 10 over here. We can cut 2 7s are 2 5s are. 5 will go on top. So nothing else is cutting. 8 5s are 40 upon 49, which is the second option. Now, did you learn? I hope you understood the logic of applying only with 100. There was no need of wasting your time on 84,000, because if you waste your time on 84,000, the calculation becomes unnecessarily difficult over here, right? Let's look at the second question. Now, the second question also is on similar lines. We have the same data. Number of kurtis, linen and cotton sold by D. Again, I'm going to assume total kurtis sold as 100. D is 12%. So, which means 12 kurtis are sold upon the number of linen kurtis sold by store B. Store B is 22% totally, and linen is 5 out of 11. So 22 is the total kurtis sold, out of which linen is 5 by 11. 11 will cut here, 11 ones are, 11 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 six are. So ratio is 6:5. Now pay attention. But that's not what is asked. We have been asked a percentage. Now, how much percent is the numerator more than the denominator? I'll repeat that part. How much percent is the numerator more than the denominator? So if my numerator was, if the denominator is 5 and numerator is 6, it is 1 more over 5. Convert to percentage, multiply by 100. Answer becomes 20%. Which is the, again, second option, right? Now, in the third question, what will happen is, we require the value 84,000. Also, there is slightly more calculation comparatively. So, if you notice what they've asked for, what is the difference between the average number of linen kurtis sold by the store D and D together and the average number of cotton kurtis sold by D and D together? So, let's look at store D first. Store D, linen is 5, cotton is 3. So difference will be 2 parts. So it will be 2 out of 8. Difference is 2 by 8 of how much? For store D it is 12. Plus same way for store E. Difference is 1 by 7 of 28. 7 ones are 7 fours are 2 ones are 2 fours are 4 ones are 4 threes are. So the total which we are getting is 7 over here. Right? Now, what does this 7 mean? That means if I had assumed total is 100, whatever they have asked for is coming as 7. But I have assumed the real total value is 84,000. So for 100, my answer is 7. If it was 84,000, what would my answer be? So it is 84,000 multiplied by 7 upon 100. 2 zeros cut out. 0. 7 4s are 28. 2 carry. 56 plus 2. 58. Now, a lot of people come to this step and feel, oh, what happened? Why did it go wrong? Nothing in the options is matching. Sir has done something mistake. No. We forgot the word average. Average of 2 stores. That means at the end, I will just have to divide by 2. So, answer will be 2940. 2940 will be the third option. So, this was a DI in CMAT. This is the only amount, this is the exact amount of DI asked in CMAT. 3 questions were there. 2 questions were very simple. 1 was slightly more difficult. Let's move on to Quant and let's see the next question. Now, the first question which we see over here is data sufficiency. Some people consider data sufficiency also as a part of DI, but I consider it more of Quant because there are a lot of Quant related concepts over here. So, the first statement says the perimeter of a triangle is greater than the sum of its 3 medians. Now, don't even read the second statement first. Let's go and finish off the first statement. Is it true every time? Is the perimeter every time greater than the sum of the 3 medians? What I thought was to try it for 2 different type of triangles. Let me first try it for an equilateral triangle of side say 6. So all sides 6, 6, 6. The median, the height in the equilateral triangle is all same. So I took that as that height of an equilateral triangle is root 3 upon 2 into side. So height over here will come root 3 upon 2 into 6. Which is 3 root 3. Now, if you take 3 root 3, now listen to this very carefully. If you take 3 root 3, is 3 root 3 bigger than, because if I take 3 heights, it will be 3 root 3 plus 3 root 3 plus 3 root 3. Or total height of, total length of the 3 medians. All the medians together will be 3 root 3 into 3. 3 3s are 9 root 3. Which is 9 into 1.7 approximately. I don't want to do the calculation, but just approximately this is 9 into 1.7. What about the perimeter? The perimeter is 6 plus 6 plus 6, 18. Now, if this was 9 twos are, if it was 9 twos are, then it would have been 18, but it is 9 into 1.7, so it is definitely less. So the perimeter is greater. Well, it is satisfying for one type of triangle up till now. What have I understood? It is satisfying for one type of triangle, that is equilateral triangle. Should I just assume that it will satisfy every time? Not necessarily. So hence I should always try at least one more triangle. The easiest triangle to try will be a right angle triangle with sides 3, 4, 5. Three, 4, 5. Now, in this, the first median, the median to the hypotenuse is always half of the hypotenuse. The median to the is always half of the hypotenuse, which means this median comes out to be 2.5. So median 1 will be 2.5. Okay, I'll erase that median so there's no confusion over here. Yeah, I erased everything. We've already got the data which we wanted. Now, let's take the second median. 3, 4, 5. Second median will come over here. This will be 2 and this will be 2. So I can use Pythagoras theorem. Now, what will be the length of this median? If I call it M2, M1 we had got it as 2.5. M2 will be 3, M2 square will be 3 square plus 4 square. 3 square is 9, 2 square is 4, so 9 plus 4, 13. So M2 is square root of 13. M1 we knew was 2.5. Now let's find the third median. Just erasing what I don't need now. Where will the third median come? Pay attention very carefully. The third median will come over here. So this will be 1.5 and 1.5. So we'll use a Pythagoras between 4 and 1.5. So median 3 will be 4, median 3 square will be 4 square plus 1.5 square. 4 square is 16, 1.5 square is 2.25. So 18.25. So median 3 is square root of 18.25. Okay. Now, so we've got the three medians. Now I need to check whether the sum of the three medians is more than the perimeter or not. Perimeter is 3 plus 4 plus 5. So perimeter is 12. Leave that over here. Now, what about the sum of the three medians? We will do an approximation, right? Okay, I'm just going to check that 2.25 plus 16 is 18.25. That is right. 13 is also right. So 13, square root of 13 will be roughly, if I look at which is the perfect square before 13, so obviously 9 is there. So 3 point something. 3.6, 36 square is 1296. Based on that, I get M2 is approximately 3.6. M3 will be approximately how much? It will be 4 point something less than 5, and it will not be more than 4.5. In fact, it will not be 4.5 also, it will be close to 4.3ish. So let's check. 2.5 plus 3.6 is 5, 6.1, 6, 10.1, 10.4. Much lower than 12. So the perimeter is always greater than the three medians. So statement 1 is always true. Statement 1 is always true. I tried with 2 examples. Well, in an exam situation, this is more than enough. You don't need to waste more time than that. Well, the second statement says in any triangle ABC, if D is a point on BC, then is AB plus BC plus CA always greater than 2AD? Let's check for any triangle, any random triangle. A, B, C. Now, what have I said? D is any point on BC. So if I take D as one point over here on BC, will it satisfy what they are saying? What are they saying? AB plus BC plus AC will be greater than 2AD. Now we already know that, see, AD could have been like one of the medians also. I could have taken D as a midpoint. And sum of all three sides, that is the perimeter, will definitely be greater than 280 because it was greater than 3 times of, means taking all the three medians also, it was greater. So statement 2 will definitely be true. This is more on just the thought process and understanding it than actually solving it. So we have got both statements are true, hence the answer will be the first option. Okay, maybe a little bit difficult question. Based on this level of test, I would have considered this a slightly difficult question. Let's look at the next one. Very straightforward question. A jar contains 1 red, 3 green, 2 blue and 4 yellow marbles. We need to match the probability, match the column. Probability of yellow marble. So what is yellow? Yellow is 4. 4 out of 10. So A is matching with 4. A is matching with 4, which means option 1 and 2 are out. Right? Probability of green marble. Green is 3. 3 out of 10. So B is matching with 1. B is matching with 1 is satisfying only over here. So 4 is also out. I don't even need to check the other 2. If you're checking the other 2, it's a waste of time. Don't waste your time. You got 2 of them based on which you were able to eliminate the options and get the answer pretty easily. I think you should have just done that. Let's look at the next question. HCF LCM, slightly difficult question. There are 2 numbers which are greater than 21. So we have 2 numbers, both are greater than 21. And the HCF is, LCM and HCF is 3003 and 21. So I know the LCM is 3003. Now let's first break up 3003. 30033 is 3 into 1001. 1001 is nothing but 7 into 11 into 13. Well, I know this orally. If you do not know this orally, you would have to just solve that. Factorize it. Now, I know the HCF is 21. That means from the LCM, this 21 will go away. If I consider my two numbers as 21A and 21B, because the HCF is 21, both of them have to have a 21 in them, right? So the numbers are 21A and 21B. Now, there are only two factors left over here, and both the numbers are greater than 21. So hence, one of the numbers will have to be 21 11s. The other number will have to be 21 13s. That's the only choice left. See, if you take 21, if you take 11 and 13 on one side, the other side will become 21 1s. Well, they have said both the numbers have to be greater than 21. So one of the numbers is 21 11s and the other is 21 13s. What have they asked for? Sum of the numbers. So to add the numbers, I can take 21 common. If I take 21 common, I'll get 11 plus 13, which is 24. 21 into 24. 24 ones are 24, 2 carry. 24 to the 48 plus 2, 50. 504, which is the first option. Again, maybe slightly difficult question where you have to know a couple of concepts. If the HCF of a number is 21, the numbers can be written as 21A and 21B. That's the first concept you have to know. And then the second concept you have to know that the HCF is within the LCM. And hence when I factorize this part became the HCF. So these were the extra factors which constituted for A and B. So I've kind of revised the question 2 times for you all. I hope you all have understood that. Next one. Mr. Seth inherits 2505 gold coins and divides them among 3 of his sons, Bridge, Purab and Mohan, in a certain ratio. So he had initially 2505 coins, which got divided between 3 people, Bridge, Purab and Mohan. Okay, out of the total coins received by each of them, Bridge sells 30 coins, Purab donates 30 coins, while Mohan loses 25 coins. So first person 30 less, second person 30 less, and the third person 25 less. And now the ratio becomes important. Now the ratio becomes 46, 41, 34. Now, a lot of people make a mistake over here. They add this 30 over here and say this becomes 76, 71 and whatever 69, which is incorrect, because remember this is a ratio while the values on the top were real values, so you can't do that. So how do you do this question? What is the right way to do this question? The right way to do this question would be, see, there are a couple of ways in which you can do it. I can show you both the methods. Let's assume afterwards Bridge has 46 coins, 46x coins, which means initially he had 46x plus 30. Purab has 41x coins, which means initially he had 41x plus 30, while whatever the third person, Mohan had 34x coins. So initially he had 34x plus 25, and this number was equal to 2505. What do we want to find? We want to find the number of coins Purab received, which means we want to find 41x plus 30. Let's add everything. 46 plus 41 plus 34, that's 87. 87 plus 4, that is 91. 91 plus 30 is 121. 121x plus 60 plus 25, 85 is equal to 2505. Take 85 on the other side, so 121x is equal to 2505 minus 85. That's 0. 10 minus 8 is 242. 2420. If you look very carefully, 121 directly goes in 242. 121 2s is 242. So I will directly get x is equal to 121 2s, so x is 20. We want to find the total number of coins which Purab has. which is 41x plus 30. 41 into 20 is 820. Right? 41 into 20 is 820. 820 plus 30 is 850. Right? 850, which is the fourth option. Now, what is the other approach you could have done for this question? What other method can I use for this question? One other approach you can do is you can directly from 2505 first subtract these three, 30, 30 and 25, that is 85. So you can say that instead of distributing so many coins, let's assume the father distributed only 2420 coins. The father has distributed only 2420. Out of that, what is Purab's share? 41 parts. 41 out of a total of all these parts, which is 121. So Purab will get 41 upon 121 of 2420. 121 2s are 0. And therefore, 820 is what Purab gets. Right? Now, Purab gets 820. We've got the ratios right. 820. Now, 820 coins is after of these 30 coins. That means he has got these 30 also. So, add 30 over here. Answer is 850, which is the fourth option. So, you can do any one of the methods. I would have preferred the second method over the first one. Also, it is faster. Let's have a look at the next question. It's a question from mixtures and aggregation. So what have they told us? The container is filled with liquid. It has 6 parts water, that is 6 liters water, and milk is 10 liters. This is the initial parts. Okay, how much of the mixture, so what ratio of the mixture must be drawn off and replaced with water so that the mixture may be half water and half milk? So we want to find out the ratio. Understand, out of 16, how many parts have to be drawn off so that at the end we have 8 liters milk and 8 liters water. Now, understand such questions very carefully. When we are removing water and milk both. But when we are adding only water. So water will come out, it will again go in also. So double calculation for water. Why waste your time with double calculation? Let's concentrate only on milk. Now, let's assume I will remove X liters. If I am removing X liters, at the end I have to get the answer, I have to divide by 16 because we want the answer in the form of a ratio. Okay, so if I am removing X liters, how much milk is removed? Milk removed will be 10 by 16 of X. Now, milk was 10 and at the end milk has to become 8. So, which means the milk removed has to be 2 liters. So, milk removed has to be 2 liters. If we solve this whole thing, X comes out to be 3.2, but that's not the answer. We want a ratio. So, the ratio will be 3.2 out of 16. If you solve this, it will go exactly 5 times. You can remove the decimal, 32 ones are 32, 5s are. And hence the answer is 1/5. 1/5, which is the third option. Very easy if you do it with milk. If you're done with water, there will be unnecessary calculation. You would have to find water removed, remove it, add X liters of water again to it, and then equal to 8. Too difficult or waste of time, don't do that. Let's consider the next one. Let's look at the next one. Geometry and straightforward mensuration. Ice cream completely filled in a cylinder of diameter 30. So let's look at the cylinder. Cylinder diameter is 30. So radius is, 35. So radius is 35 upon 2. And the height is 32. Right? 32. It should be served completely filling identical disposable cones. So we are going to make cones, serve ice cream in cones. Cone is a cone only, right circular cylindrical cone. By diameter is 4. So radius will be 2. And height is 7. Maximum number of cones that can be used in that way. So finally, whatever is the volume of ice cream you had, that is volume of the cylinder, divided by volume of one cone will give you number of cones. So let's write it down. Number of cones is volume of cylinder divided by volume of one cone. Let's apply the formula. What is the volume of cylinder ka formula? It's pi r square h upon volume of cone is 1/3 pi r square h. Pi cut, r and h are different, so obviously don't cut them. R is 35 over 2 over here. So we'll get 35 upon 2 multiply by 35 upon 2 multiply by height is 32 divided by 1/3, which will go on top, it will become 3 upon r over here is 2 and height is 7. So r square, so 2 into 2 into 7. If you take all the 2's together, there are 4 2's. So 4 2's will become 16. 16 1's are 16 2's are 32. 7 1's are 7 5's are 35. So we are left with 35 into 3. 35 into 3 is 105. 5 2's are 10. So into 10, 1050 cones. So we can make 1050 cones. Simple logic is volume of cylinder divided by volume of one cone. Let's look at the next one. Given below are two statements, again data sufficiency. If two chords x, y and z, t of a circle intersect internally at point P. So let's draw a circle. So that's a circle. What have I said? Two chords x, y and z, t. X, y, z, t intersect at P. Then is it necessary that Px minus Py will be Pz minus Pt? There is no such property in geometry. I know my geometry very well. Whenever chords are intersecting, there is a property of multiplication, but for minus there is no property, which means this is definitely false. Now, if two chords x, y and z of a circle intersect internally at point P, then triangle PXZ and PTY are similar triangles. PXZ, that is this triangle, and PTY, are they similar triangles? Yes, they are. Pay attention, how are they similar triangles? I can show it to you. So I'll just use another color marker to show you the angles. This angle will be equal to this angle, and this angle will be equal to this angle. Angles inscribed in the same arc. So the first two angles are vertically opposite angles, while angle y and angle z are equal, angles inscribed in the same arc. Same way, this angle is equal to this angle, angles inscribed in the same arc. So all three angles are equal, so triangles are similar by AAA test, and hence we will say what will happen over here is that we will say, so what have we got? Statement 1 is always false and statement 2 is true. Statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true, so answer should be fourth option. Now there was a slight problem. CMAT, when they released the answer key, they said both the statements were true. Now with this question, it was wrong. Maybe they meant that this was a multiplication sign over here, and hence that is what it is assumed. So maybe this was how it was. So if it was multiplication, it would have been true, otherwise it was false. Now you can't help it if CMAT changed the answer key. Let's have a look at the next question. Which two figures will have the same area? So you have A, B, C, D. You just have to find all four areas, and out of that you have to just keep looking at this. A is what? Circle with diameter 14. Diameter 14, so radius is 7. What is the area of circle? Pi r square. 7 1's are 7 2's are 14. That will be 44 into 14. Right? No, diameter was 14. So this is radius should be 7. So 22 upon 7 into 7 into 7. 7 7 cut. Answer will be 154 for A. B is what? B is rectangle with length 12 and breadth 10. So a rectangle is length into breadth. 12 tens are 120. So A and B are not same. So this option is out. C. Again rectangle with 14 and 11. So 14 and 11 is also 154. So I have got A and C as same. I don't even need to check D. A and C are same. So answer is the third option. So pretty straightforward. One more question. Let's look at the next part. The graph of AX plus BY plus and is equal to C and dx plus dy is equal to f, when will it be? Which of the conditions will be true? So we have to check which of the conditions will be true. Parallel if the system has no solution. Suppose there are two straight line graphs. These are linear equations, right? Both of them are linear equations. If there are two straight lines which are parallel, is there any solution? No, two parallel lines never meet. So there is no solution, which means A is true. If A is true, option 2 and option 4 are gone. Right? Coincident if it has finite number of solutions. What is coincident? They are exactly on top of one another. That is the first line and the second line are exactly over one another. Then it will have infinite solutions. Not one solution, but it will have infinite. It will not have a finite solution. So B is incorrect. Now, if A is correct and B is incorrect, therefore option 1 is also gone. So I don't even need to read the other ones. I know answer has to be the third option because I can check also D. Intersecting if the system has only one solution. When they intersect, there is only one solution and that is over here. And that is why D is correct. I just checked it for myself, but otherwise there was really no need to check also. Because from the options I understood what is correct. Right, let's go ahead. Arrange the following surds in increasing order. It's a concept. If you have seen the concept videos, you should know this. First one is cube root of 2 and then square root of 3. So you just write, you take LCM of these numbers. This is 3, this is 2, that is LCM is 6, 6 and 4 LCM is 12. So total LCM we need to take is 12. So write all of them in terms of 12. 12th root, 12th root, 12th root and 12th root of something. Now 3 goes 4 times. So this will become 2 raised to 4. 2 goes 6 times. So this becomes 3 raised to 6. 4 goes 3 times. So this becomes 5 raised to 3. And 6 goes 2 times. So this becomes 7 square. 2 raised to 4 is 16. 3 raised to 6. 3 raised to 3 is 27. 27 is 729. 5 cube is 125. And 7 square is 49. We want to put it in which order? We want to put it in the increasing order. That is lower to highest first. So A will be the smallest. A will be the smallest. So these two are gone. After A, D will be the smallest. So 1 is gone. Let's check. A, D, C, B should have been the answer. A, D, C, B, fourth option is the answer. Right, so again, lot of questions we don't need to solve the whole thing, only we are getting answers because of the options which are made in that way. Let's have a look at the next one. Straightforward question from permutation combination. There are 10 stations on a railway line. Number of different journey tickets required with the authorities as well. So suppose there are 10 stations A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I and J. Right, these are the 10 stations. Now, how many tickets, different type of tickets can be made? Now think logically. From every station, see, understand that the reverse ticket is also possible. One ticket is A to B and the other ticket can also be B to A. So for A, there are 9 tickets I'll have to make. From A to B, A to C, A to J. Same way from B also, I don't have to make 8. I have to make 9 only. Because B to A is a different ticket from A to B. And that way for all the stations there will be 9 tickets. Total number of tickets is 90. For the ones who want to use P and C, it was nothing but there were 10 railway stations. So answer was 10P2. Not 10C2. It was 10P2, which is 10 into 9. Answer is 90. Right? I prefer the permutation combination method, but for the ones who don't understand that, it was straightforward with simple logic also. Let's have a look at the next one. A vessel which is 160 liters is filled with milk and water. Initially 70% is milk and 30% is water. Is taken out of the vessel. So we are going to remove 70% milk and 30% water. It is found that the vessel is vacated by 55%. Now first of all, understand that if it is filled with milk and water, you can't remove separately. But since the question told us to do that, we are going to do it. We have no choice. Okay. So initially 160 liters was there. 70% of milk was removed. 30% of water is removed. Now it is found that the vessel is vacated by 55%. I don't know how much was milk initially, how much was water initially. I don't know. So I'm going to assume X liters milk and 160 minus 2 methods I'm going to show. 160 minus X liters of water was there. So 70% of milk is removed. So 70% of X is removed plus 30% of water is removed. So 30% of 160 minus X is removed. And this is same as 55% of the total. So 55% of 160. Let's start solving it. So if I cut 1 0 out over here, I have 0.7x or whatever you want to write it as. I think 0.7x is not bad. 0.7x. 3 into 160 divided by 10. So that will become 48 minus 0.3x is equal to 1 0 cut out. 2 5s are 2 8s are 5 1s are 5 11s are, giving me 88. Take 48 on that side. 0.4x is 88 minus 48, which is 40. X is 40 divided by 0.4. So 10 over here. 4 1s are 4 10s are. X is 100. So we have got that initially milk was 100 and water will be 60. Answer will be the first option. Two longer methods. What's the shortcut for this question? Alligation. So if you've learned alligation, you should be able to use it. I'm removing 70% milk and 30% water, and the net removal is coming out to be 55%. So I should get ratio of milk to water. 70 minus 55 is 15. 55 minus 30 is 25. 5 5s are 5 3s are. So milk and water are in the ratio 5 is to 3. So milk will become 5 by 8 of 160, which will come out to be 100, and therefore water will be 60. So answer will be the first option. So alligation is a much shorter option over here. Let's look at the next question. Time and work. 3 men and 18 women together take 2 days to complete a piece of work. So we'll come to that later. How many days will 9 women alone take to complete a piece of work? If 6 men can complete the work in 3 days. I'll use this last part first. 6 men can complete the work in 3 days. Now, listen to this very carefully. This is the method I prefer. If 6 men can do the work in 3 days, so if there was only 1 man, how much time would it take? Just think, no, if 6 of us are working, we'll complete the work in 3 days, but only if I have to work alone, I will take 18 days. Therefore, 1 man is taking 18 days to do the work. Right? 1 man will alone take to do 18 days to do the work. What else do we have? 3 men and 18 women take 2 days to complete the work. Okay? 3 men and 18 women. So 3 men and 18 women take 2 days to do the work. Now, if I want to convert this to 1 day, what will I get? 6 men and 36 women will complete the work in 1 day. 6 men and 36 women will complete the work in 1 day. Why did I do this? Because if 1 man is doing the work in 18 days, I can also say, therefore, 18 men can do it in 1 day. So, this is also work done in 1 day. This is also work done in 1 day. You can equate them. 6 men plus 36 women is equal to 18 men. So 36 women is equal to 12 men divided by 12. 3 women is equal to 1 man. Now, I know 18 men can do the work in one day. So if I have to replace one man with 3 women over here, I'll get 54 women can do the work in one day. But I have only 9 women to do the work. So divide by 9. Over here, if I divide, I'll have to multiply over here. So 9 women divided by 6. So here I'll have to multiply by 6. It will take 6 days. So 9 women will now take 6 days. We can do a couple of other approaches also for this question. This was one of the approaches. What I would have also done just for this question is write it down directly as equations. So see, 3 men and 18 women to complete the work in 2 days. Okay. 3 men and 18 women complete the work in 2 days. And 6 men complete the work in 3 days. Now, important thing is you can't solve this simultaneously right now. Why? Because on the right hand side you have work. So, if they do the work in 2 days or if they do the work in 3 days, what if I took the total work as 6? Let the total work be 6 units. So, in 2 days they are doing 6, in 1 day they are doing 3, in 3 days they are doing 2. Now we can solve this like a simultaneous equation. Multiply this equation by 2, so 6 will come same. 6 men plus 36 women will do 6 units of work, while 6 men will do 2 units of work. Subtract this. 36 women will do 4 units of work. We want to find for 9 women. So divide by 4 on both sides. So 9 women will do 1 unit of work. Now I have to do, so 9 women in 1 day can do 1 unit of work. So to do 6 units of work, they will take, therefore 9 women will take 6 days. Because they can do 1 unit in 1 day. So to do 6 units, they will take 6 days. Right? Time and work, whichever way you do it, it's okay. Let's see the next one. Next one is again a match the column based on profit and loss. So they have given regular price. So its discount is last. So discount is always difference upon the original price. So regular price was 65, sale price was 55. So discount is how many rupees? 10 rupees. So this is 10 upon 65 into 100 for percentage. But I can leave it as 10 upon 65. That is 5 2s are 5 13. That 2 by 13. We should know 1 by 13. 1 by 13 is 7.7 or 7.69. So 2 by 13 will be exactly double of that, which will be 15.38. So this is A. So A is second. Now where is A second? Let's check in second and third options. So first and fourth options are gone. Over here, regular price is 60, sale price is 50. So discount is 10 upon 60, which is 1 by 6. 16.66%. Knowing your fractions over here become very important. So B is third option. So B is third out of these two only in the second option. So this is your answer and this is not your answer. Don't even check the other two. Don't waste your time doing that. Okay, without that also you'll get it directly. Next one. In terms of percentage profit, arrange the following transactions in decreasing order, higher to lower. So cost price 36, profit 17. So what is profit percentage? 17 upon 36. No need to write upon 100 because I'm going to compare all of them. Next one will be 24 upon 50, which is as good as 12 upon 25. Next is 19 upon 40. And last is 29 upon 60. So I want to find the highest one, right? Higher is better. So if I look at the options, highest is either D or B. So I will compare these two first. 12 over 25 and 29 over 60. How do you compare? Whatever cuts you can cut. 5 5s are 5 12s are, and then cross multiply. 12 12s are 144, 29 5s are 145. This is greater, so this is greater. So 29 upon 60 is greater, D is greater. Now, I just need to compare C and B now. C and B, that is these two. 12 upon 25 and 19 upon 40. 5 5s are, 5 8s are. 12 8s are 96, 19 5s are 95. So this is greater, this is greater. So B is greater. Now B is greater over here in the second option, so answer is the second option. Very easy method to do this. No need to do all of them together and unnecessary waste of time. Just look at the options. It made life much easier for us. I didn't even have to check A. Next one. A player can take a maximum of 4 chances to hit a bottle with a flying disc. So he's got a flying disc which he's going to throw and he has to hit a bottle. The probability of hitting the bottle in the first, second, third and fourth shots are 0.1, 0.2, 0.35 and 0.45 respectively. What is the probability that the player will hit the bottle? Player hits the bottle. That means when I say the player will hit the bottle, which means he can hit with A, first chance, second chance, third chance or fourth chance or all or two or three, too many methods. So instead, the right way to do it is 1 minus probability of not hitting at all. Not hitting at all. Right? So 1 minus not hitting at all. So what is not hitting? So if probability of A is 0.1, not hitting becomes 1 minus 0.1, which is 0.9, that way. So 1 minus 0.9, 1 minus 0.1 into 0.8 into 0.65 into 0.55. I need to multiply them and subtract from 1. Easy ways to multiply. I will multiply these two together first. It became 0.72. Probability is gone. I have already taken that probability. So 0.72. 65 into 55 can be done smartly. It is 60 plus 5 into 60 minus 5. A plus B into A minus B. 3600 minus 25. 3575. And because there are 4 decimals, it will be 0.3575. Okay. Now, what will be the approximate answer? Don't need to get into exact answer also. If you take this as 0.35 also, that will be enough. So 0.72 into 0.35, 0.36, whatever you want to do, I would have done 0.35. Right? That's correct. I'll just check that once more. Yeah, that's also correct. So, this will be approximately, if you multiply, this will be approximately 0.25. You can check. 72 multiplied by 35. 35 2 is 70. 7 carry. 35 7 is 245. 245 plus 7, 252. So, if I take 4 decimals, it will be approximately 0.25. So, the approximate answer I didn't get everything very approximately because the options are very far off. Okay, hence the answer will be the third option, 7426, very close to that. Now understand, because the options were very far off, we could do approximately. Otherwise, you would have to get into slightly more detailed calculations, which was not needed in this case. Next one, A% of B plus B% of B is 2% of AB. Then what percent of A is B? That is, what is the relation of A and B? A% of A will be A upon 100 multiplied by A, plus B% of B is B upon 100 multiplied by B, is 2% of AB is 2 upon 100 multiplied by AB. This will become A square upon 100 plus B square upon 100 is 2AB upon 100. So this will become A square plus B square upon 100 is 2AB upon 100. 100 cut. we will get a square minus 2ab plus b square is equal to 0. This is nothing but formula for a minus b the whole square. So a minus b the whole square is 0. Taking square root on both sides, square root of a minus b the whole square will be a minus b. 0 ka square root is 0. So we know a is equal to b, which means a and b are equal. Now if a and b are equal, what can I say? What percent of a is b? If they both are equal, there will be 100%. Right? B is what percent of a? So it will cut, no, so it will become 1 upon 1 into 100, which will be 100%. Fourth option.